things, or there's an ask for, can you do something? And that's what we do on a regular basis. And so this year's no exception. Today we're going to do 3 different demonstrations that take about 10 minutes each. We're going to do first, we're going to show you our blue light system, but we're going to show you a sewn transition liner with our product Helium. The second thing we're going to do is we're going to do a burst with our PB30X, walk through the versatility and the modularity of this, and show you our 30-ton unit and break up some clay pipe today. And then finally, we're going to do something a little different. We're going to showcase and give you a taste of the future of where we're going. Kind of a snapshot or a sneak preview to what we're doing with blue light. And we're going to show you for the first time ever 2-inch inversion lining and curing. And we're going to showcase that live today. So let's start with going here. Guys, let's get in position and get ready to shoot this. What we have already, guys, is loaded up is our blue light product with our Helium liner. Helium stands for HE is heat, LI is light, AM is ambient. Those 3 issues, what it means is for our liners, we can use a variety of resins that'll work with this. They're tested to that each and every year. We test multiple times for the IPC code, the UPC code, and we use multiple labs. It's important to make sure the products you're getting meet those high standards that are in the market. Today the guys already got this wet out. The cool thing about the liner, the Helium, is you can pre-wet out these in advance. Get them wet out that far in advance, and then by getting prepped and ready to go, we put it in the drum already. It's sitting there. Most times when you mix 2 parts, we're on a clock and it's a little nervous. With blue light, we take the anxiety of lining out of the equation, everybody. So what you see here, it's already done. It's been sitting for many, many days. No problem with blue light. So the guys are going to shoot this liner. I think we check to see if we got air pressure from the compressor out back. We're ready to go. So we're going to turn this liner, put it in this clear pipe, and then we're going to cure it with blue light and give you guys what I like to call the blue light effect. So Bobby, Ken, take it away. So they're going to invert the liner. They're using air pressure. Kent's going to sit in this position, and he's going to make sure it goes into the clear pipe, and they're going to work as a team. That team is then going to allow that as it comes through into the clear. You'll see it. Boom, it's coming in. Now with blue light resin, what's different than you might see with other UV resins, ultraviolet resins are great. They cure at a different wavelength as this. Blue light cures at 440 to 460 nanometers of light, which you find in sunlight, sometimes fluorescence, but specifically with the light head we're going to put in here. And we're going to get to what I call a confident cure, which is a 99%. Here's a cool thing, guys. That's a sewn transition. That sewn transition is about 3 feet in length. So you're going to see how that transition works, where it starts a transition at the fitting, and then it slowly moves out, so we have a solid fit. And the cool thing about Helium is we can drop the liner exactly where we want it. There is no linear stretch. You'll see longitudinal because of the glass or the scrim that's built into the liner itself. Just so you know, this liner is manufactured here in the U.S. in Wisconsin. We have it knotted today, so just to do from a time perspective, just to keep this thing going. So at this point, they're going to start to deploy the light head. Kent is now taking the light head, and he's taking it down the side entrance. The cool thing about the light head, there's a camera integrated in the light head as the guys are working. They've shifted the air. What they're doing now is they've shifted from the drum, so the light head has got the air going through it. So now that light head is cooling down. You can see it's passing through the pipe here, and it's moving down the line. And I gotta make sure I'm out of the camera angle as they do it, but you can see it's right there. That's what the light head is as they push it down the line. And they're slowly pushing it. If you shove it in there like a sewer camera, guys, you'll bend that pex and break it. You don't want to do that. You take it slow and easy. So now they got it to the end. And for this demonstration, Kent's got it down. They're gonna lock it in place. We're gonna get up here and put these shields on for your sake. This light is so intense, everybody. It's the same kind of thing if you were welding and you need to wear an arc welder's mask. It is that tough, a very, very intense light. So we've created a nice little shield, for lack of a better term, to really cover this up and allow it to cure and give you guys what we like to call the blue light effect. So the guys are going to get this in place. How are we down at the end, Ken? Good? Bobby, you good? You guys were good? And it's as simple as this. Bobby puts in the system the diameter, the mill thickness, and the distance in which we're doing it. He types that in. It's like a Tesla dashboard for those that haven't seen it. And once he gets into place and we're go, Kent, we ready? Bobby's going to press the magic button, and all the things have to be in place. Air pressure, temperature, all those factors. And what's happening is you're getting the blue light effect down here. And the blue light effect, as it occurs, it's kicking out all the different banks of the lights, allowing you to get to a 98% or better cure. The resin system is exactly paired with the liner and this light head, which will guarantee that now the motor's going to engage and it's going to start drawing back that pull, the PEX itself. And then Bobby, as the operator, is going to sit there and wipe down and push the PEX back into the drum itself. By doing this, he's managing it as we cure it. Kent's just making sure we don't have that light come out at anybody. We want to be safety first around here. That's something we take a lot of pride in at HammerHead. And whether we're on the job site training you, or if we're out there actually doing a pilot or doing something in a show like this, we want to make sure everything's safe. So you can watch that. Bobby, what's the total time on the computer that it's saying it's going to take to cure this line? Just a rough number for me. 4.5 minutes to do this distance. You think about conventional lining, everybody. If I mix a two-part and I have either I'm using hot water or steam, which are great methods. If I'm using ambient, it's going to take a while to cure. That's going to take some time. This is going to move quick and create that good fit and finish with it. Kent, that's already hard. It's already cured down there. It's instantaneous. I was in Dallas, Texas last week, and we were shooting blue light, and it was 24 degrees outside. Dallas doesn't get that cold normally. It's not like up in Wisconsin where we're from. But we cured that liner the same speed that you do inside right now. It's the same, it doesn't matter temperature-wise. The resin system and the light are paired to cure exactly what you need. It's not going to be any faster or any slower. It's always the same. As long as that, we got to make sure, and you'll notice we take a lot of care in making sure inside we don't have sunlight, we'll protect it. Question some of you are going to have is, what are the different light reel sizes? What we're using is our fastest is our 696. That's a large head with 696 diodes. That'll go all the way up to 10-inch, straight shot 4-inch. But it'll do bends and elbows for 6 and 8 and 10. Then our smaller next size head is our 336. That'll do 3-inch straight, 4 and 6 elbows and bends. And then finally our small light head, our 144, which is designed to do 3-inch elbows and bends and 4-inch straight elbows and bends. It gives you versatility. The system is smart. Once above the water. The system is smart because it's what we call dynamic power is built into our system. Dynamic power means if you're in a hot environment, you have a different power up and down. The system is smart technology as it's plugged in. It knows the difference between a 110, 15 amp, or other power supply. So it will adjust the power to make sure you're maximizing your cure and not damaging your equipment. Not many people can say that. It's very, very important. It also recognizes all the light heads through smart technology as it's plugged in. It knows what's going on. The other thing that's cool is if it's extremely hot, it happens. This light head gets hot as it's curing. Okay, we're cooling it down and sending air through a dryer to make sure the light head temperature is kept at an optimal tape. Bobby's got it on the thing where he's watching temperature. If it overheats, it won't. The system will shut down and put less power into it to manage that in order to make sure it finishes the job. If it continues to stay hot, it will drop the power down again. It can run from 100% power, it can drop all the way to 50 if need be. And the system is smart. That's built into the software that our engineering team at HammerHead has done. Very unique. We're almost done with this demo. That's how fast this can be, everybody. And then we'll open it up, and after we'll let everyone touch and knock on it and check it out, and you'll get to see what a full cure looks like. If it does, the cool thing about this, though, that I stress when if you ever are looking at light cure, make sure you're getting a system that fully cures. Make sure you're getting a system that can guarantee a cure, and that it's tested to the codes, both plumbing on the IPC, UPC. We also test at NSF and have our stuff tested to the ASTM standard that a lot of the members that are in other booths have, which is ASTM F1216. That's the standard for inversion lining. Make sure you know that and you can get that testing. We test quarterly at our factory in Lake Mills. It's very important to make sure we're doing that. Right now, guys, you're just watching it paint right now. We got a couple different drums. You're seeing there's one here. That's our 225 quick lock. That's easy in and out. 225 feet of 4-inch fills in that drum. Very light, very effective. But you look at the whole system, it's all cam locked and easy to go. All right? Perfect. Bobby, why don't we start getting ready to shut that down? We'll leave this end. Let's leave that wet at that end. We'll do that, and we'll do that. what we're going to do is I'm going to step out in front, and Kent and I are going to show you the next piece of this demo, which is bursting. You guys are safe up close. I'm going to be right in front of you, so you're good. Well, everybody, HammerHead has been around since 1989. Working underground with pipe and in different situations has been a big thing for us. Bursting has been a big focus until we got into CIPP many years ago. And the cool thing about bursting is, you know, and we like to call it rehab and replacement. This is the replacement of sewer line. Sometimes you can't rehabilitate it. Sometimes the line's in such bad condition, it doesn't have that ability to be, you know, rehabbed itself. So we have to replace it. We still have to dig. We create 2 pits, and then we're going to pull in a whole new section of pipe with sheer brute force. This system here is designed to do 4 and 6 Kent predominantly on the sewer side, and 2 and 3 as well, but we're going to talk a little bit out to that in a little bit. It's a 3/4 inch swage cable, and these guys are working behind us while we're doing this. It comes in modular pieces. We're going to talk about what the voice of the customer here was, because one of the things everyone told us about our original 30-ton unit is too heavy. Too many, and it didn't have enough pieces. It wasn't user-friendly to get in a pit. One person couldn't put it in the ground. That was a problem. It didn't have the ability to do anything other than a 3/4 inch cable. We're going to talk about that. We had a lot of valves and different things, so we wanted to make sure it was also easier for us to work on it for you as we do it. We also made different cages. Our cages were tighter. We needed to open up that. And we needed shoring plates to help you out in the field. So we listened to everything you said. And we took it into it, and we took it into effect. So the pieces that we have here are a couple of different ones. These 2 things are our jaw assemblies, right, Kent? So those 2 jaw assemblies are the ones going to grab onto the cable. We have the ability with that. Those are set right now for 3/4 inch swage cable. We do have it, as Ken has here, we have the ability, because it was asked, hey, can we do smaller cable? Can we pull in for water or anything like that? We have 3/8 inch cable. It's as simple as taking 2 screws out and popping in the new jaws itself. So we can change from a 3/4 cable and go to a 3/8, something unique in the market that we like to take a lot of pride in. The cage in the front, you can stack cages, right, Ken? So depending on your tooling string, if you're doing a 6-inch burst, you can put multiple cages to get more room in your hands to work with the tooling as it comes into the pit. And it just extends it and makes it longer, absolutely. Then you have your shiv assembly. The shiv assembly is where it all starts. That weighs about 70 pounds. We took a lot of weight. We took 160 pounds out of the system from our first generation. Why? You asked for it. So now you get it. So now we're going to go and put our cylinder, this is our dual cylinder assembly, that weighs 70 pounds, drops right on. Then Kent, what are we putting on now? That's our jaw carrier, and that's going to go on and sit right on top. We just disassembled it into 3 parts. One person can do this in a pit or be handed down into that pit, that shallow we're working. He's pinning it together, and then he's going to put the different jaw assemblies after he gets his cable set. So he'll thread the cable through the sewer. Those that are doing bursting know what we're doing. It comes through, and he's going to lock it in place. And the cool thing about this is he can push this and lock it with his foot and just press it in with that catch. He's going to get the pins in place, and then he's going to lock it. And we'll get there. But that I was showing you before, what's very unique is having that small groove and being able to do a different size cable. That's part of that versatility of the unit and having this all locked in. So now that Kent's got the cable in place, he's then going to put it down and get our jaw assemblies on there. So he's going to put them in together. They slide in. The pins lock and lock the jaw open, and then it drops on in. And using gloves is always a challenge, but you got to be safety first, and that's always one of the biggest things that we do. How we doing, Ken? Boom, one's in. Lock those pins in so it's all locked. Then he's going to go to the second one, drop that in, and he's going to lock it in place. You need the 2 cylinders to lock it all together as we go. That was one of the pieces you guys asked for. The other thing he asked for, which is different, and Ken, you tell me when you're ready, and we'll start pushing together the 13X. There we go. The 13X is another thing. This is our power pack we use. But a lot of people are like, hey, I don't want to be running this down by the pit. I want to be able to operate this remotely. So we gave you 2 options with this new technology. Number 1, it's electric start now. So we got a battery included. You can electric start this thing, which is pretty cool. And then the other thing we did is we have a remote control now. That remote control system allows you to have the functionality of working a joystick for the video games for the younger generation. We have two types. We have remote and we have wire. Depending on what you want, you can have both. It's a cool thing. So we have a red button on there, which is the automatic kill button. The green button goes auto up and down. And the other two black buttons is just, we're cycling it up and we're cycling the system down. Ken, how we doing? You ready to start this up and let's cycle it a couple times and break some pipe? Let's do it. So he's gonna electric start it. And from there, Ken's gonna engage the system. Now when the system's under tension, you'll see it underground, it's a lot different. He's shimmying it up and he's breaking the pipe. It is this simple and this quick. Once the cable's through, everybody, it's as simple as breaking the pipe by pushing the buttons. You can hit the auto button, which is what Ken's doing. He doesn't have to go up and down, he's just hitting the auto button. And he's actively breaking the pipe. Now you see with clay, it's nice, it's not gonna shatter and go all at us. If we were doing any other metallic pipe, we'd have a shroud around it. But for this, it's nice and easy, quick to the point. And we're just breaking along. This is, and it's gonna pull, the tonnage on the unit gets to, we're working at 3,000 PSI and we're breaking it. That's good, Ken, let's shut her down. It's as simple as that, and simple and smooth. And having it modular, versatile, remote, we've updated the technology, all those things can really enhance what you're doing on your job site when you're getting into bursting. Things that we've learned over time. It's taken a little bit, but this is probably the newest addition to our bursting family, and it's been a real pride for us. We have people that'll talk about that, but that's just this piece of it. Kent, why don't you disconnect and we'll get to the next demo. So as we're getting set here, you can see there's a lot of different components and different things that we're doing that are really unique. We are listening to your voice. We are hearing what's going on. Yes, this demo is taking a little longer today, but there's a reason why we want to do that. We want to show there's a lot of change happening within HammerHead, a lot of cool things that are going on, and we want to make you guys a part of it and be aware of it, because that awareness is going to help your business, it's going to help the environment, it's going to help out the plumbing world. So as Bobby's shifting the air around and moving it, we're going to get this up and running. Who here today is doing any type of inversion lining? You got a lot of people inversion lining? Great, great. Now are you guys, any of you using light care or using ambient or anything? Who's using light? Good stuff. It's sped up your business. You get more volume in the ground, right? It really does make a difference, and there's a lot of great light technologies around here, and all of them have their benefits. One of the things that we take a lot of pride in HammerHead is, as blue lights come out, one of the milestones that we're talking about today, which is exciting, is we have over 500 of these blue light systems worldwide today. With our partners at Per Arsloff and others, it has been a fabulous road that we've had with this product. Think about this, there's over 6.5 million linear feet of blue light liner and resin in the ground in the world today, and growing. What you're looking at right now is something that's not in the ground yet. This is that sneak peek we're giving you, which is our 2-inch system. As I've traveled the country the last few years, and our sales team has, and our trainers, what we've learned is that there's a lot of people out there asking for smaller diameter and being able to negotiate bends, multiple 45s, 90s, things of this nature. And it's not easy, especially when you also sometimes, a lot of times, need 2 access points. We're eliminating that as our goal. We want you to have 1 access point, be able to shoot a liner, get it from point A to point B, cure it, and then open that thing up immediately and be working in such a short period of time. You guys ready to go? Let's shoot this liner and let's cure it. So as we partnered up and start developing stuff, we start looking at all the opportunities for the smaller diameter, or 2-inch in this case. So the guys are going to move a liner. Now, we're still, as I said, this is proof of concept. We're giving you a snapshot of the future. And a lot of people say, wow, that's a small liner. You're absolutely right. It's small, but it will bend to do the 45s, it'll do multiple 90s. And what we're looking for, if anyone's interested, our engineering team is here. We're also doing a lot of prototyping right now. So if you got an idea, you got some interest in this, talk to a salesman. They'll get you with our engineering team, and we can showcase what we're doing with this product. So Kent and Bobby got it in the pipe. Bobby's taking it through the line. It's going to pop out at this end in a second. You'll see it in a minute. We're doing understrained right now, which is no big deal because this isn't our final liner. This is just prototyping. When prototyping, everyone, we learn how not to do things. So the liner's going to go through, and then what they're going to do is they're going to deploy the light head just like you would any other inversion side. This system itself, there's a lot of software and other things we build in and really make it unique in how we're doing it. How we doing, Bobby? Looks like you're moving pretty good. Through the 45, look at that, all the way through a 45. Now, we shot this liner a couple of different times through 90s, but the unique thing about this, and everyone can look at this light head cable itself, the blue cord that's on it, it's much, much more different than you're used to. So we're going to keep the air pressure up. They're going to switch the air over. It's a new feature on the back of ours where we have, instead of having a Y fitting, we have it all integrated into the system. And the guys are going to slowly push that 2-inch head through. And you can see it. You got the camera up, Ken? You can see it on the camera? You guys see it? Now it's going down there. You're going to see it go through a 45. We also go through multiple 90s in testing. It's pretty slick how quickly this can push through there. There we go. So one of our new team members, our team from our Procastro group, they're a great group. If you guys have interest in any big diameter stuff, I recommend you go over to booth 1804. Is that right, Robert? 1804. Our team at Procastro can walk you through big diameter UV line. Something that we take a lot of pride in is trying to have that complete offering for that. Well, the light head's already down. Look, you guys already pushed it through. Good stuff. At this point, we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to cure it. Now, we only have to cover up the 2 ends because it's in white pipe. It's not clear like the first time. But they're going to activate this light head. You're going to be able to see it cure right there. It activates. It all comes on at once. This one's a little different as it is we're showcasing and giving you that snapshot of what's coming. Go ahead, Bobby. Activate the light head. There it is. I don't want to look at it. And away we go. And so that's going to start pulling. And this is a little bit slower. It only has 64 diodes in this. How fast is it going to pull back here? About 5 minutes to cure this whole section. But you can see that blue light effect, everybody. It's the same technology, the same resin system. And all this, we want you to see where we're going with it. It's really cool how there's a lot of versatile options for light cure today. Just like versatility in phone repair and other things today. What we want to really do is just give you that message. We're listening to you. So this demo is going to continue. We're going to cure it and all that stuff. It's going to be in the pipe. You're welcome to stick around and see what the finished look is. We'll be able to bring you back here and let you touch some of the different things we're doing. We have salesmen all around. Ask questions of them. They can help you. But we want to say thank you. Thank you for coming back out to Indianapolis every year and spending time with us. And we look forward to talking with you in the future about this product or anything else. Have a great day, everybody.
It looks like all stacked wide.
Yeah, we're working on it right now. Yeah. So you got is that what you quoted? The 336?
Whatever, yeah.
No, 336. Yeah. Standard. So you got to remember who doesn't want the 3. You can't go around a bunch of tests. That's the problem. So if you're shooting 45,